Robert Redford's silent grief before fame changed everything. Before the awards, before Sundance, before the legend, there was grief. Long before the world knew Robert Redford as a Hollywood icon, he was simply a young man trying to outrun pain he didn't understand. In 1958, at just 22, he married Lola Van Wagenen in a quiet ceremony. There were no flashing cameras, no industry buzz, just two young people choosing hope while carrying more weight than anyone could see. In the late 1950s, Redford wasn't a rising star. He was drifting, expelled from the University of Colorado Boulder, devastated by the death of his mother at 18, and unsure of his future. He felt untethered. He wandered through Europe, sleeping on park benches, sketching strangers, trying to outrun a heaviness he couldn't name. Acting wasn't ambition then, it was survival. When he met Lola in California, he was restless and guarded, while she was steady and grounded. She came from a conservative Mormon family in Utah, but carried curiosity instead of constraint. She saw the grief beneath his silence, and he saw in her someone who didn't flinch at uncertainty. They married young, broke, but hopeful. He chased small TV roles and commercials while she clipped coupons and stretched every dollar. In 1959, their first child, Scott, was born. 2.5 months later, their son died of sudden infant death syndrome. Redford was away working. Lola found the baby lifeless in his crib. Some losses never leave, they simply change shape. They carried on and had 3 more children, Shauna, David, and Amy, while Redford's career rose with films like Barefoot in the Park and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. As fame grew, Lola chose to raise their family in Utah, far from Hollywood's glare, building her own path in activism and education, and eventually earning a PhD, while he built a legend on screen. Fame is loud, grief is quiet, and sometimes the louder one grows, the easier it is to bury the other. Redford later admitted he suppressed pain instead of confronting it, becoming disciplined, focused, admired, yet emotionally guarded. In 1985, after 27 years of marriage, they divorced quietly with no scandal, just the acknowledgement that the space between them had widened. Not long after, he directed Ordinary People, a story about fractured families and unspoken grief that felt less like fiction and more like confession. Years later, he found calmer love with Sibyl Shogers, marrying her in 2009, and went on to found the Sundance Institute and the Sundance Film Festival, becoming a symbol of American cinema. But long before the red carpets and standing ovations, there was a young husband holding dreams in one hand, an unspoken sorrow in the other, still learning how to stand still.